How do you make this 45-degree fish mouth cut? How do you get a perfect 45-degree cut? To make this type of cut much faster and easier, we need to start with a 90-degree cut, and then we're going to make an easy and simple template. The first thing we have to do is measure the pipe. What would the diameter be? Is it measured from outside to outside? We'll grab a tape measure and measure it. Do you have it? 114 millimeters, which would be 11.4 centimeters. To keep the video from getting too long, you need to cut a piece of cardstock with the same width as the tube. I already have the cardstock ready here, so you can see that it has the same measurement. And it has the same width. The next thing we're going to do is place the cardstock on the tube, and we're going to cut off the excess part. That's right, the cardstock has to be longer, but the same width. Now we're going to mark here where I have the excess. And now we have to cut this little piece. Okay, now we're going to cut the excess part of the cardstock. Here we've already cut it. Once it's cut, we're going to check that we've measured correctly and that it closes completely. As you can see, it closes completely. Once we've checked that the cardstock closes well around the tube and that we have the correct diameter, we're going to fold it into 4 parts, like this. The first one has to be like this. It has to be really straight. Both sides have to touch right there. We grab it and press down. And now we have to do another round, which would be the same way. There. And we press down. And now we open it and it leaves a mark. 4 sections. Once the cardstock is divided into 4 parts, we'll draw a straight line on the first fold line. We place the ruler properly and draw the straight line. And the second line, we're going to make it dashed. Let's place the ruler properly and let's get started. And on the third line, again, a straight one. And there we mark the 3 little parts. Once we have the 3 lines like this, the pattern is done. What we're going to do is place it right, but right on the edge. We're going to close it well so it stays nice and straight. And we're going to mark the 2 straight parts. Here we have one. We're going to mark it up here on the pipe. Now, the other straight part, which we have on this side, we're going to mark it again up here on the pipe. And where we have the dashed line, we're going to mark it with a little dot. They should all be marked like this. And the little dot, now we're going to take it out and it should look like this. Here we can add a little more so we don't forget. Same here. So that it stays well marked. Okay, now that we have the marks, we need to connect them over the little dot. So the one that's marked here, we're going to bring it over here. We'll also move the one on this side to the center. I'm going to lay it down. I'll use the template to make it as straight as possible. So let's put it at the point. So the point is visible there. And here, the cut. There. There, we've already connected one. Now let's join the other one. Now let's mark it the same way on this side. And there we have something like a tip. Following this reference line, we're going to cut it with the grinder. So all of this will come off. Once it's cut and smooth, it should look something like this. Now we're going to grab this pipe. We're going to lay it down and we're going to use a square to make sure it's at 45 degrees. We have it and we're going to put it. We're going to grab the square. And as you can see, it's at 45 degrees. So you can see that it really fits well. Let's put it there. Let's grab the square to make sure it's at 45 degrees. And as you can see, it's at 45. And as you can see, this is how the 45-degree fish mouth comes out perfectly using only a template. If you enjoyed this video, please follow me. It really helps.